All right, viewers, so today we have the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Red Ranger Remastered from off the shelf. I'm a big Power Rangers fan, so had to pick this one up. I picked up the whole set. Uh, these were deluxe figures that were released, I think, early 2024. You can still get a couple of them here and there, but most of them are sold out. Especially red and green. Red and green went so fast. And they go for a premium if you're trying to pick them up, third party or even out of box. I was lucky enough to get my red and green for retail. I pre-ordered them from, I believe, green came from Entertainment Earth and red came from Big Bad Toy Store. I might have gotten those backwards, but either way. So let's take a look at this figure. The head sculpt, very nice. It's definitely one of the better Red Ranger helmets that we've gotten in the Lightning collection so far. Even though the Lightning collection is over at this point. Your standard, we have good standard butterfly joints. Some good movement there. Shoulders go up and down. We got your double jointed pinless elbows. Wrist movement. The hands are interchangeable. Right now I have the grasping hands on him currently. One of the things that they definitely did a little bit differently for the remastered set, if I can get that to zoom right, is they put a lot more detail in that power coin in the belt, and the belt and holster itself have, the black lines. It's not a lot, but it really adds to the aesthetic look of the figure. All the joints are pinless, as most of Hasbro's figures are these days. The knees get some real good flex to them, You can get some good movement out of them. Has drop down hips. Some of them had issues with loose hips. The splits, not super great. If you wanted to give them doing a high kick, you can get kind of a high kick out of it, but not the greatest. Still quite a bit. Center of balance is good. They all do stand really well. I was waiting for it to fall over, honestly, because it could stand on the shelf for literally weeks, and then I would do a video, and I would be like, hey, this thing stands great, and then it would fall over as soon as I let go of it. Because that's how it goes. Unfortunately, with the Red Ranger here, Jason, we did not get a civilian head sculpt. It's a little disappointing. All the other ones did. Not entirely sure why Hasbro decided to go that route. They did things a little bit differently with the remastered set, I will say, because one of the things that the Red Ranger came with is the Dragon Shield. It looks good. I mean, it's got peg holes for male and female, so it's easily removable. You can put it on any number of your figures. It'll fit any of the Lightning Collection Rangers, realistically. Probably a lot of your Hasbro Black Series and Marvel Legends as well. Some other figures probably would be. I wouldn't even be surprised. Probably fit the SH figure arts. Dragon Shield Goku, anyone? But it also comes with the armbands, so you're not missing out. You get those too. That's why getting the Red Ranger was such a definite perk. I'm gonna reach behind there and grab something I forgot to grab earlier. You're all just gonna ignore that. Obviously, comes with Power Sword. Can't have Red Ranger without Power Sword. Definitely a necessary accessory. I do like how it came with all three versions of the Blade Blaster, so you can have it in whatever one you want, and they're all very well detailed. One of the biggest issues with the older set of the MMPR is these Blade Blasters were literally just a hunk of red plastic with some white paint on the end of it. Disappointing. Considering there are other brands that have smaller ones that are way better detailed. I get it. It's a $20 price point or $25 price point, but still, I mean, you could do a little bit on the paint apps. The remastered, I got that, it's upside down. The remastered did come with these little morphers. Each ranger has their own. They're very well sculpted, well detailed, as you can see there. You can clearly make out the Tyrannosaurus coin. They did come with special hands, so that you can reenact that morphing sequence, which works way better if you have a civilian head for your ranger, or better yet, a civilian body. Which, come on, Hasbro, why didn't you ever give us those? Standard punchy hands, for punching action, and anything that you're going to need a fist for. So punching, or slamming down on a desk, or any number of things. One of the cooler things that these came with, that at least in my opinion, were these effects. I think they're really dope. They work great for the ranger himself. You throw those around there, you get a little bit of a power up or a morphing sequence. But they also work great for other figures too. I mean, you can use them for any number of any figures you got. They make great for photography. Each ranger comes with their own color, so you get all kinds of different ones. Hey, you want God Goku charging up? There you go. I know I'm making a lot of Dragon Ball references, but that's just happens to be what's on my mind at the moment, even though I'm doing a Power Ranger video. So, but I mean, the posability of this figure is just great. It's one of my favorites. I'm a huge Red Ranger fan. I have most of the Red Rangers, the different brands and stuff. I think I don't have a Super 7. I haven't gotten any Super 7 figures yet, so maybe that's something I'll pick up and do a little review on. But they are, I mean, it's pretty great. Like, you can pose him up and he'll stand there pretty good. And if you didn't get a custom made one, or the San Diego Comic-Con 2-pack, which was the only way to get the Dragon Shield Red Ranger, you can have that now. I mean, you can have a legit Dragon Shield Red Ranger that you don't have to destroy a Green Ranger to make, or buy a third party. I think you can get them off of eBay, Etsy, Mercari, any of those places, to get a Dragon Shield. And then even then you don't have your armband. So, but now you can, which is pretty cool. It was definitely one of the key points that I wanted to pick this figure up. Although I will say I do have the San Diego Comic-Con 2-pack. My wonderful fiance was nice enough to get that for Christmas for me one year. So I do have that one, and it's one of my favorites. Maybe I'll do a review on that in a little while. But while we're here, let's just grab hold of the SH Figure Arts Red Ranger. Now, this is not the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers one. This is the Zeo Ranger. So it did not come with a head sculpt for Jason. I believe Geki. This is technically Geki from the Japanese Super Sentai. But I am a big fan of that show, so I wanted to pick this one up. Plus, I like the SH Figure Arts figures. I have quite a few. The Power Sword, incredible detail on this sword. I mean, it is just like, you compare the two, like night and day. I mean, I like my Lightning collection figures. I love them. I have most of the entire set. But I just have to say, they just... SH Figure Arts just goes above and beyond. I mean, look at the detail on that Blade Blaster. Like, that is incredible. It has a blue line and everything. It looks fantastic. The Super 7 ones... I mean, not Super 7. What am I doing? Super 7. The SH Figure Arts ones are a little bit smaller in size if you're trying to stay more towards that 6-inch, Hasbro scaling. They might not fit quite perfectly. But they are great figures. I will do a review on this one at some point. But I just wanted to do a little bit of a comparison on that. I think that's all I have to say about this guy. I know I've said it before, but I'm a big fan of this figure, and the remastered line was really good. I'm really glad before the Lightning collection ended, we got that remastered line. To close it out. I know a lot of people were a little unhappy that it was MMPR, because MMPR has been done a lot, but it is the bread and butter of Power Rangers in the U.S. Most of us grew up with MMPR, so it sells. I know there's a whole generation of newer Power Ranger kids that grew up with different ones, but at least for me and my generation, we had MMPR, and a lot of these are really appealing to us. But in the sake of not letting the video drag on for too long, I think I should call it a close. If you're thinking about picking this guy up, I highly recommend it. Try to get a good deal. They're usually going between, I think the last time I saw was between $16.80 on eBay and Mercari. So good luck. But if you can get a good deal, I do highly recommend picking it up. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again. Like and subscribe. See you later, guys.